everybody. Get on the bus. Get on the bus.
Cheer for your children.
Hey.
Oh, burn.
Spoiler alert. Welcome to episode 166 of Thanks for Watching. Yeah.
166.
It's Monday, August 16th. And we're recording. Finally. After a week hiatus again. Sorry about that, guys. I'm DJ.
And I'm Joe.
Yes, and we don't have Beth. She's busy horsing around.
Literally horsing
Actually,
around. Yep.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
not horsing around in the horseplay sense.
Yeah, no horseplay. No, just horse feeding, I suppose. Yeah, she's out. She had a long day at work too. Like she flew solo all day at work, so she was like running around a dog kennel like a chicken with her head cut off. If you can imagine what that would be like.
Quite the
And then the
visual.
dogs are loose in the pins. Anyway, yeah, so Beth's not here. She's busy. But we're here, right?
We are.
As me and Joe. To take on the show. Let's see, what else do we have? Joe, how was your weekend?
It was pretty good. We spent some time with the nephew. We took him to the beach, got him in the water, got me in the water. I haven't been in the ocean water in many years. Crackhead Blue, I think, same for her. I don't think she's been in the ocean water in quite some time. Oh, I think we actually figured out the last time we were both in an ocean was in Cancun.
Oh.
But I hadn't been, like, out in the waves here, so, man, early 20s, probably. So,
Wow.
yeah, it's been a bit.
That is a bit. Holy moly.
I was out there
I missed
bodyboarding and trying to teach the little guy how to ride a bodyboard and get him going through the whitewash. So, it was fun.
That's cool. I mean, it seems like he really... Is this the same kiddo on Crackhead Blue's Facebook page where the kid's got like the...
Yeah, I believe so.
What is it? Freddy Krueger hands?
Yep, that's him. That's the guy.
All right. I mean, I guess it could have been Edward Scissorhands. No. Freddy Krueger. Definitely more Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, it's more Freddy Krueger is what he was after.
You're totally influencing this child. I love it.
Yeah, Crackhead Blue definitely is, for sure.
Nice. Yeah. I love it. Very cool.
How was your weekend?
It was good. I spent most of it recovering from my first week of school, of actually teaching. Mm-hmm. And they don't tell you the emotional roller coaster you go through when you become a teacher. Like, I have to tell you, like, Monday was stressful. Tuesday was a day where I was like, okay, I probably should never have become a teacher. It was that stressful, and I was really just in my own head. Just saying, like, I want to help these students, and I have a way of that I think I can help students, but it doesn't mesh, and that's okay. So I had to figure that out. Like, I had to figure out me. And so Wednesday came around and it got a little bit better. Just a little bit. Thursday and Friday was the better day. But in reflecting on the entire week, so that was my weekend. I was reflecting on the whole week. And I figured it out. I think I figured it out. And today was just an amazing day at work.
Good. So you got on top of it, and you were able to mentally move things where they needed to go, and keep pushing. So that's good. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And you know, I had to decide, like, why am I stressing myself out over stuff that I can't control?
Yep.
So there you go. I mean, it worked out, and you know, now it's just like building more of a relationship with all the students. and now, after that, then I get to work on IEPs. Woohoo! So that ought to
sound
be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm working on my second lesson. Like I'm a CC teacher, but basically the content is by the teachers of the classes, and they have all the content. Like they have all that info. I just work on how to bring the content into the minds of the students that need to learn differently. And so, but I also am helping create lessons, and I help teach the lessons, which is kind of fun.
Well,
So, yeah.
good luck moving forward with your new mental outlook.
Thank you. I'm glad it worked out. So,
Yeah.
they say it gets worse before it gets better, and I say that was Tuesday.
Okay. Yeah. I had a pretty stressful week as well.
Did you?
At work.
No.
Yeah. Two of our main smart guys are out with COVID. One is not doing very well at all.
Oh no.
And the
Yikes.
the training requirement was very rigorous, and I'm trying to figure out how to put this into words. Me and the other guy who were there are we're green, if that makes sense. So it was pretty stressful that we're solely responsible. They brought in another more experienced guy from a different site, but he's not super familiar with our system. So it was a little rickety getting going and stressful the first day.
Yeah.
But we sorted it out. We got an attaboy at the end of it. So
Excellent.
but it was a stressful
Excellent.
week.
Yeah. Oh gosh. So yeah, you basically had my week.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sort of green in the teaching department. See.
Yeah.
So yeah, we both had the same week, which is why we kind of had a hiatus. That's why we weren't here last week. And to be honest, the week before that, I barely watched anything. Like, I was thinking about it. I was writing the show notes last week, and there was nothing for me to put on there as far as what I watched, except for the movie I picked.
Right.
So... And hopefully I'll remember. I didn't write it down in my notes what it was, but it was what was it? Time Stalkers.
Stalkers.
That's it. Yeah, Time Stalkers. Anyway, so so like it was almost a moot point to even have a show. Like that was just like, oh great, I haven't watched anything. I haven't had time. And this weekend being the weekend of debrief and the weekend of how did it go and how can I do things different, I got to watch some stuff.
Good.
So that worked out.
Well,
Hey.
let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, shall we? So like this week, we're going to talk a little bit about Paul Giamatti. There, I said it correctly.
Nailed it.
Woohoo!
Nailed it.
Nailed it. But I don't have the stress of the camera in my face. That's what it is. There's no camera right now. And then we'll have some box office numbers, which is part of a news thing. Let's see here. Entertainment news. I have Marky Post. She was very famous for being in Night Court. She passed away.
Yep.
70, age 70. Wow.
Cancer
That
battle,
seems
I
really
believe.
young. What's that?
I think she was battling cancer.
Yeah. So, that's too bad. Anyhow, did I talk about Tobey Maguire? I don't remember.
Don't think so.
Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are reprising their Spider-Man roles in the latest Spider-Man movie.
Yep. They had talked about
Yeah.
that some months ago.
Yeah. So I don't know why. I think that's like I have a space between Marky and Tobey Maguire, so I'm like, maybe I was deleting that. Maybe I already had that. I don't remember. But anyway, that was news to me, and I thought, hey, you know what? I can't wait to see that. Like, I liked Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
Yeah, the first one was okay.
Yeah. And Andrew Garfield, yeah, I mean, he did good.
I didn't
He
even
did
see those.
fine. No. Oh dear. So how would you rate that? Is like so it's the third in the Spider-Man series, but it's Tobey Maguire's fourth and Andrew Garfield's second, like our third, right?
Tobey Maguire was first.
Yeah, Tobey Maguire was first, but he had three films, right?
Yeah, but he was the first to portray him.
Yes, yes. And so, like, is this part 4, part 3, or I don't know how you could.
It's
so
part
crazy.
3 of the current timeline.
Of the current time. Oh, that makes sense. Thank you, Senor Comic Genius.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Yes. So the third in the current. Okay, yeah, that makes sense because I remember Fantastic Four. They would come out with a
Those don't
ultra.
count. Those don't count.
No, not the movies. The comic books.
Okay.
Yeah, the comic books. They would come out with different like, I guess, sets. And so I have the first of one set, but that was like in the 90s or something like that. So pretty cool, pretty nifty. All right, that's all the news I have. I don't know. Did you catch anything exciting?
Not really. No, I was. Yeah, this week kind of flew by with work, and I haven't really had my ear to the ground as far as entertainment stuff's gone.
Yeah. Actually, James has been sending me a bunch of stuff, but somehow I didn't get to put a lot of it in. He's been sending me trailers too, which is really nice. James is really good at this stuff. I do appreciate it, that's for sure. But I could show my appreciation a little bit more by actually adding that news into the news.
Well,
part.
make sure you vet them. Make sure they're not fan-made trailers, because we've had a couple of those slip by.
Oh, I've seen a few of those. Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, no, we've had them submitted here and posted, and then to realize that they are fan-made later.
Oh, got it. Yeah, you're right. I do remember we've had that. So we'll be more careful, definitely. Okie dokie. Contact information. So if you have news, and I totally failed James, I'm sorry. But if you do have news, let me know. We'll talk about it on the show. 512 podcast is our phone number. 512-763-2278 is the numerical part of the podcast thing. tfwmovies.com is our email address. I mean, our website. Shout out. SHOUTOUT at tfwmovies.com. That's our email address. Woohoo! And you can find us at TFW Movies on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And then we also have Patreon. patreon.com/TFW Movies. That's a way to support the show. If you like what you're listening to, let us know. You could always just text us and say, hey, I liked what I heard. Make a comment. James makes comments on our YouTube channel a lot. Pretty nifty. I do appreciate that. Like and subscribe at least. Give us some support that way, which would be really nice. But yeah, Patreon. If you are a subscriber of Patreon, you get to be in our Discord. Like Crackhead Blue and James right now. They're live.
James is not
to
here
us.
right now.
Oh, James.
We lost
His phone
him.
died.
We lost him. But yeah, if you guys become Patreon members, you can listen live while we do the recording.
Yeah.
And hear all our goof ups and slabs and slips and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's good behind the scenes action.
Exactly. Like, I think I took out like 5 minutes of stuff last week or the week before that. So, I mean, you get to hear the stuff that doesn't get taken out. Woohoo! So, but also you will get a what else is it? Oh yeah. You get to be in our Marco Polo group.
Oh yeah. Exclusive
Yeah.
exclusive access to the Marco Polo of the show.
That's right. If you listen to us during the week and then you're like, oh man, I so miss you guys. Well, we'll keep you updated throughout the week. I don't know if I did a lot last week just because I was so frantic with work.
Had your head
I
buried.
can't believe it. Yeah, it was one of those things. But anyhow, yeah. And in fact, Beth will have a new playlist, movie soundtrack playlist for next week. So that's pretty cool. I listened to the last one. It's really nifty. So check it out. All right. Well, now it's time for... I'm looking at my notes. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, yes. Paul Giamatti. All right. Born in 1967, he graduated with a master's in fine arts, majoring in drama at Yale. Wow. And I think he went to Yale because his dad was like a professor, like some major professors written books. And I think his dad was also the president of the baseball league or association or something like that. So he was a, big to do. So pretty nifty.
Dad had some juice.
Yeah. And I think his mom was an actress. So, and his brother's an actor. That's pretty cool. Like a family of prestigious type people.
Keep it in the family.
Yeah. So, okay, it's time for that list. That's Paul Giamatti, and we'll start with Cracker Blue, like we always do. I always feel like a poet when I say that. I really like it. So, Big Fat Liar, Private Parts, Straight Outta Compton, Saving Mr. Banks, and Jungle Cruise. Ta-da! There we go.
Excellent.
That was a great list. That was actually a great list. I think that I didn't actually ask Penny, but I know that she would probably say the film. Oh, sorry. Thinking out loud. Man on the Moon. She would really like
Andy Kaufman movie.
Yes, the Andy Kaufman movie. That and the Truman Show. But there's only one reason why she likes those two films.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey. That's right. So, but I would know. I mean, I know how. Yeah. Ta-da! All right. So that's that. We have a TikTok. At Deanna Serpa 91. She says, one of them is Big Fat Liar, which should be on my list. I actually kind of like that film, so that was good. And then that's all I have there. But I do have James.
Actor Paul Giamatti, a well-rounded actor with both comedic timing and drama chops. For me, it actually seems like he does a lot of the small or supporting parts, but he does them so well that without him in them, the movie would actually be less of a film without him. As such, I know he has a long list of movies, but I can't really think of them all offhand. A few of them that come to mind is like Rock of Ages, which was almost an instant cult classic, especially, or at least in my circles at the time, with its songs and its cast. It was really popular. The series John Adams, not 100% accurate, but Paul Giamatti really pulls his weight in that one, and the series. There's the movie Paycheck, which is underrated Ben Affleck film, but he again played his part in there. And I believe it was in Donnie Briscoe, the touching undercover cop story that's based on true stories. And of course, there's The Man on the Moon. The Man on the Moon. Yeah, I know I'm missing a whole lot. but like I said, he's one of his stronger strengths, in my opinion, is his ability to play the supporting role. He blends it in so well that he really helps helps the other actors shine and the story go along. And even though it might be a supporting role, like I said, the movie would fall flatter or not hold the same weight without his play in there. Other than that, yeah, that's all I can think of at the moment for him. As always, thank you, Beth, Joe, and DJ. Have a wonderful show and have a wonderful night. I'll talk to you guys later.
Thank you, James. I love James's Juice Bar, where you get the juice.
James's Juice Bar.
I know, that's fun.
Where you get the juice.
That's right. You get the juice on the actor of the week. Yeah. Back to my notes. Before we get into our list, no, we can do our list and then I'll move on. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So here's our list. So yeah, Gunpowder Milkshake. So I think I did like that film. It was fantastic. I won't go further because I talked about it like 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, something like that. Gunpowder Milkshake on the Netflix. Pretty darn good. Jungle Cruise is on my list. Man on the Moon, the Andy Kaufman one. And you know what? I probably should put Private Parts on there. To this day, I remember Paul Giamatti in the trailer of that, just screaming at the top of his lungs, "You are the Antichrist!"
Yeah, pig vomit.
It was so good.
Yeah.
Like, that made me, that particular moment made me, see who Paul Giamatti is. I mean, and that was even just the trailer. So, he did an amazing job in that film, I think. I felt stressed out for him. It was crazy.
Yeah.
San Andreas. Amazing Spider-Man 2. Saving Mr. Banks. Mm-hmm. I like that one. Turbo. Yeah, and when that movie came out, Turbo, I was like, a movie about snails racing? What? But it turned out really good. I didn't realize I'd like that. Paycheck. Loved Paycheck. That's one of the first movies I can't say one of the first movies I ever bought, but it's certainly one that I bought and watched many times. So, and then Truman Show is rounding out my list.
Excellent.
So, yeah. How about you, Joe?
Well, I've got Jungle Cruise,
Yeah.
Private Parts, and Straight Outta Compton. And my honorable mention is Saving Private Ryan. I like his small little... I really like that movie. And
Yeah.
it's not a Paul Giamatti movie. That's why it's an honorable
Right.
for me. I really like his
Excellent.
role. It's very small,
Yeah.
but his interaction with Tom Hanks and his whole gang is quite memorable. So,
yeah, I wish I like the idea of Saving Private Ryan, but I think their bullet noises were just way too loud for me, and I couldn't focus on the movie, if that makes sense.
okay.
So it was one of those that deterred from it. I mean, I get it. It was good. It was a good movie, but yeah. But that interaction, yes, very good. I do remember Saving Private Ryan.
Okay.
Good. How do I remember Saving Private Ryan, but other actors' names and other things I don't remember? I don't get it. Okay. Thank you, Joe.
Yeah.
Excellent. I still have to see Straight Outta Compton. I have not seen that. So,
Good. It's a really good movie.
yeah, I'll have to check it out. So y'all, if you want to see a film that Paul Giamatti is in, we recommend all those that we just mentioned. So check them out.
Check it out.
Yeah. Before we went on our 1 week hiatus, we kind of asked a question. Was so movie theaters or stay at home? What are you preferring? What do you guys want to do? And we got quite a few responses. let's see. We had let's say cosplay underscore nerdo on TikTok. It was like movies gives the movie a better experience. That's cool. Rock Lock Pictures. They say theater never loses, and he's got this hand thing that's doing, like an Italian person going mangia, mangia, or eat or whatever. You know, kind of.
I think I know what you mean.
Funny. Yeah. Let's see. Big screen, but caption devices suck, so open caption is best. That's cool. And I did sign it, so we probably had some deaf people
answering,
chime in. Yeah,
cool.
So, Knitting Dyke chimed in because you remember her on our show. She says, "I love both. I really miss the theater experience. I love the convenience of virtual screenings. So, but I get to go to Sundance now. Woo!" So that's cool. Hex underscore decimal says 100% big screen and bucket of popcorn. See, that's the thing, that big bucket of popcorn.
Yeah, we went to the theater recently, and that bucket of popcorn didn't last very long.
Oh, I miss it. I can't wait. I am definitely, just so you know, I am definitely going to the theaters to see Ghostbusters when that comes out. Whenever it comes out. Definitely. At Deanna Serpa 91, she says, I like the second option more, which means staying home, able to pause it to go to the bathroom,
Yeah, that's important.
It is. Trust me, I enjoyed that part, like being able to stop it for a second. Let's see. At Heather Grooming says both.
Yeah, you can have, I mean, it depends, I guess, right? I think the movie, it depends, too.
True, yeah. Depending on the movie, definitely. At Fox Paws Studios. Okay. It says Fox Paws, but is it Faux Paws? I don't know.
How's it spelled?
Anyway.
I can't see it, what you're
it's
looking at.
Actually spelled Foxpaws.
Fox?
Yes.
PAWX, so it's probably a play on faux pas.
Yeah,
I would imagine
it probably is. But still cool. At Home says, I can control the sound volume and the light flickering isn't too bad, and I like that I can be in uncomfortable position wherever it is. Maybe in a comfortable position. Got it. So At Home.
At Home. Got it.
Yep. At the Steve Juice says, I'd say it really depends on the movie. Yep, that's true. I've seen The Matrix 100+ times, but would love to see it on the big screen. And I mean, if you've seen it that many times, just pay $100 to have your own private show at the theater, right?
Can you?
Isn't that how much it is to have a private showing right now?
I don't know if you can. You is that a thing?
Yeah. Oh yeah. AMC and I think Regal are both doing that. Yeah, and it's an older movie, so they're like, it cost us $5. We'll charge you $100.
Right.
Ta-da!
I don't know.
But actually, you could bring 20 of your favorite friends to go along with you for that $100. So, yeah. That's pretty nifty. I kind of wanted to do it, but then I was like, maybe that's too much money.
If you get 20 people, everybody chips in $5. It's easy.
That's true. You got a point there. That's a good point. Okay.
Okay. Noted.
There's a lot of people that chimed in on this. They really like this question. Mo underscore the prof HGA. She says, I'd say 80% Netflix. Some need to be on the big screen, though. So 20% on the big screen. At Adrian AMJ99 there's Netflix, so they want to stay at home. Let's see. At fight like a girl.db says the theater is the best. The only place I would pay about $20 for the pretend butter glazed popcorn, medium drink, and some
Butter flavored
duds.
product.
Yes.
It's not actual butter.
Not
Maybe
actual
some places,
butter.
but
No, I mean, now that I'm allergic to milk, that, like, not real butter is great. Oh, dear. Okay, okay, at Baby Kayak, Cayk. All right, I love the movie theater experience, but I do enjoy being able to pause and get food and all the fun stuff.
yeah,
Makes sense.
that's pretty convenient. Like, or I think I said it last week is when if you didn't quite catch dialogue, you can run it back. You know,
That's true. That's true.
it
Very
could
much
disrupt
so.
from the flow of the movie sometimes, but sometimes it's more important to know what the heck's going on by catching what they said.
Yeah, that's true. Well, our very own James chimed in. He said, so I used to love the theater, the whole experience. However, gotten real comfortable with the flexibility of streaming, especially with a toddler. That makes
Oh, I
sense,
bet.
too. Yeah. When the pandemic health concerns are all past, I'd love to go back to the theater on special movies, which I want to keep streaming option open too. So, yeah. And we'll end with that one. Cool. That was a lot of people that chimed in. That was a good question. So, very cool. Thank you. Yay. All right. Well, that being said, it is time now for stuff we're putting in our eyes. Alphabet Movie Soup, which I had. And it was Time... What was it? Time... Stalkers.
Stalkers.
That's right.
Timestalkers.
Timestalkers. What was it? A 1970s
'70s-ish?
something like that.
I don't
yeah,
know. It was it was dated for sure.
It was definitely dated. So this guy.
Oh,
the
1987.
premise.
87.
Okay. Oh, 87.
Yeah, it's a lot
Sheesh.
newer than we thought.
Yeah, it didn't seem
It
like it.
just felt older.
It sure did. Oh yeah, the old cars, like definitely the 80s style cars and stuff that were in there.
Yeah.
Just I have to tell you, like, I knew what was going to happen at the opening scene. Like, you could tell they were setting it up where that car was going to crash. But there was no explosion, right? It was just like, crash, check another scene, or like cut somewhere else and cut back and everything's on fire.
Yeah, I don't know that we did see an explosion or not.
Yeah, there was zero explosion.
I don't
It was just a really neat car stunt. Is pretty much what it was. So
All the flashing back and forth was like a little jarring because of the noise that it kept making. It's like it was kind of silly after a while.
Yeah, it was pretty silly. They did like the sparkler thing
Right.
that would cause it to go back and forth,
Yeah.
whatever. It was interesting. It was a fascinating film. I will never watch it again.
Yeah, I probably won't either.
Yeah, but it was basically like so this guy really into guns, really into stuff in this photograph sees a gun in the what was it, the old stuff.
It was like an old
100
west. It was an old west picture, but it was a newer gun.
Yeah,
So that's how he was like, wait a minute, what's going on here?
right. And the fascinating thing is like still like an 80s gun. It wasn't
Right.
it wasn't like some futuristic gun. Like this guy, he comes from the future, stops off in the 80s to get a gun, and then goes back into time even further. And really, I had no idea why they were back in time in the first place. Like, that, there was no indication as to why.
Well, not right away.
Not right away. And I probably completely missed the fact or the reason.
So he was going back in time because he was working with that other guy, and he was trying to stop his ancestors from having him.
Right.
So he would take sole credit for the invention.
I do remember that. Remember that now. But it was very loose. I mean,
well, it all came together like right near like the end of Act 2.
Yes, that's
roughly.
true. That is true. That is when it came together. But at first I was just like, what is the point here? What are they doing?
No.
I don't understand. Who is this guy? Who is this guy going back in time? And then this girl, like, who the heck is this girl? And what is she doing? What is this part of it? It was
kind of all over the place.
It really was all over the place. I mean, wow, that was just crazy. But I picked it because it was Timestalkers, and I was like, okay, it's a teen movie and it's about time travel, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And the guy discovers this time traveler in a photograph. I'm like, ooh, how does that happen? How does that work? I love it. And so I didn't love the movie. It wasn't that great. Just like no, why do I keep picking movies that I don't like? I don't pick them all that I don't like, but that's the thing. But yeah, it was there. What was it? Even in the end, just didn't make sense. Like how they ended the film, just. And I won't say how they ended it because that's like a gigantic spoiler.
Well, it's from 1986. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay, 1986. It doesn't matter. So they travel through time and all this stuff, and so so at the opening, the main character's wife and kid die in this car accident, right in front of their house.
Right away.
Yeah. And of course I was thinking, oh, that's significant. That's just crazy. Why would they kill them off like that quickly? And it didn't seem like much time had passed. Like they didn't really say how long had passed. So I'm like, is he really still just grieving, or because I can't tell if he's grieving or not.
Yeah, he kind of was, but
yeah. I did like the beginning where they were going back and forth based on the items at the auction.
Oh, like, right. Yeah, they kept showing it, like... That was pretty neat.
Yeah, I was really a little upset that we didn't get to see the bullet hole in the thing. Like, how the bullet hole was made.
They did show that.
Oh, they did? I must have missed it.
Yeah.
I don't know how I missed it, but that's okay. But then at the end, like, they're doing all this time jumping, and she's like, I can't break the rules, but I can bend them. And so he goes back in time, but remembers everything instead of actually going back in time.
No, she told him what was going to happen or something. So when she sent him back to his normal time, yeah, that was a little weird I can't remember exactly how they did that, but he was aware of the accident that was going to happen.
Right.
So
he was
able to save them from
me.
That. So
yeah. So yeah, that was definitely weird. I didn't get that part. I mean, I think it would have been better if she had gone back to stop them and then go on their way or something like that.
No.
So.
Well, either way.
But as a time thing, like, would they have gone through the same thing had the wife and son lived? Like, oh, I think they would have, because he always goes to those auctions. So
right.
I guess that worked out. So.
Either way, I would give it like an average or below average score.
Yeah, I'd give it a 4. I'm just like, I mean, if it had its redeeming moments, but then yeah, it didn't.
So there was a lot of corniness too.
Yeah, there was some corniness. And that was part of the redeeming factor, I think. But it was also an 80s film. I mean, that's...
Yeah, and then I did like how he became the stranger savior of that incident. Like, they're like, oh, I'm looking for the guy with these guns.
Yeah.
And it happened to be him after. Yeah, it was. I kind of called it coming, but it was still neat. But either way.
Yeah, so that actually was pretty cool.
It's a low, below average movie.
Yeah, there you go. A low below average movie. I like it. But there it is. It was on I forget what that was on. I think it was Amazon
I don't even
Amazon
remember.
Prime.
Yeah. Maybe.
So, there you go. All right, what have you been watching, Joe?
I wrapped up season 3 of Mayans.
Oh, good.
Finally finished that.
Yay.
I think I mentioned it on the last show, but Crackhead Blue and I went to see Annette. Did I mention that?
I don't remember.
Okay, so it's the musical that Adam Driver's in.
Oh, you did. I think you mentioned you were going to go see it.
So yeah, we went and saw that.
Nice.
And I'm not a big musical fan. I was going to support Crackhead Blue, of course, and of course to see
Yes.
Adam Driver act crazy. And
there you go.
His acting was amazing. Everybody in it was great. All the singing and stuff, not my thing, but whatever.
Yeah.
The movie was good. Kind of, it was sad. I don't know. I don't want to say too much. If people are planning on checking it out. Dang, what else did we watch? Ooh, the season finale of Bad Batch.
Oh, okay.
It's a great show if you have Disney Plus. I definitely recommend it. It does fill some gaps, Star Wars stuff. Yeah, we really enjoyed that one. Looking forward to the next one.
Cool.
What else did we watch? Cracked Blue, help me out if I'm forgetting something.
You watched Pig.
Oh yeah, we watched Pig. And
I almost watched that this weekend.
You didn't watch it yet.
I did not. Not
Okay,
yet.
so
but
then I
I'm
won't say
going
anything
to.
since you guys haven't seen it yet.
Aw.
Um,
Okay, but I will
yeah,
see
well,
it.
I'm not gonna spoil it for you if you're planning on watching it. So it's relatively new. Definitely worth
that
buying.
is true.
Definitely worth buying.
Okay, worth buying. Okay.
Well, worth
Very
renting,
cool.
right? Or worth buying.
I think Blue. I saw a post on her Facebook page that she really wished she had bought it.
Really? Okay. We have re-rented it.
Got it. But what was the highlight? Like, without spoiling, what was your
just-
highlight?
A lot of the reveals.
A lot of the reveals. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. So definitely worth it. Okay, well,
Yeah, it
we'll
was
probably
really
watch
good.
it this weekend.
It was really
'cause I
good.
really want to see it. Like, I've had to come to the realization that I need to start watching more movies and paying for them. And just, if I'm not going out to the theater and if I can stream it and pay for it, I'm doing that. So
Yeah. So Crackhead Blue says one of the best subtle movies I've seen in a long time. I would agree with that. The pacing for me was a little bit slow,
okay.
but it's forgivable because of how good it is. Like, I wouldn't say it's slow in general. I think it's just, for me, it was slow. If that makes sense.
So would you say it's one of Nick Cage's best films in a while?
Yeah. Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Very
Undoubtedly.
cool. Oh, I can't wait to see it now. Now I can't wait. But it'll have to be this weekend.
Really good.
Yeah, very cool. Anything else?
I'm trying to think if I watched anything else. I think that's it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Mayans was, I mean, I know it's not a show for everybody, but it's kind of neat to watch a show that the guy who does our logo worked on. You know what I mean? It's kind of I feel connected in a way to it.
Totally connected.
And after the show was over, after I finished it, I tweeted out, and I tweeted the main actor, like, hey, props to this guy. He played a very relatable character. You know, even though it's a world that not everybody's involved in, he felt like, you know, somebody that you knew growing up on the street or whatever. And he responded to me, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, super
Yeah.
cool. Nice.
So
I love
big
when
up-
they do that.
So props to Checho too, man. watching
Yeah.
his rolling artwork was pretty neat.
Yeah, it's neat. He is very skilled.
Because
So,
those bikes are rolling pieces of art, the ones that he did.
Yeah. And he did them in such a short amount of time. Like there was so much like it was here you have like 3 days to get this done.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What?" It takes 3 days to dry, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
See, that's a nice bike.
Excellent. Well, what I've been watching, I started, I guess, season 7 of Flash. That just popped up. I started watching it, and then I was like, ugh. Apparently, they were focusing more on the plight of the heroes. They stopped saving actual people, and I was like, I'm kind of bored with this. So I kind of like stopped for a bit and then came back to watch it again. So I'm like, I'm giving it another shot and seeing. I mean, it's the final season, right? I think season 7 is it.
I don't know.
Because I think they pulled everything from Netflix. Like Disney was like, nope, we're not doing it anymore. Because there's the Flash DC.
The Flash is DC.
Yeah. So I don't even know. Now I have no idea. So anyhow, finished watching the Mysterious Benedict Society on Disney Plus. I'm quite impressed, to be honest. I mean, he never said trash, not even once, but it was still darn good. It was super good. The child actors were really good. Just super fun. That's all there is to it. That's all I could say about it. Super fun. Watched The Jungle Cruise again. Watched the documentary Val. And boy,
about
did
Val Kilmer.
Yeah, about Val Kilmer. It
How's
was
that?
good.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. It was interesting to see how he's like living in his past. I mean,
Sorry.
that's
Sorry.
that's how he makes his money, honestly. Like it's one of those things. It's Val Kilmer.
No. So Crackhead Blues, it's an inside joke. Don't pay attention to that.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what did I say? It wasn't funny. I don't remember. So, but that's okay.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was really neat to hear a little bit about his life, see some behind the scenes footage that he was shooting, which is really neat. Like he had the camera and he just
What's that on?
wanted
What'd
to-
you watch it on? Netflix?
that's on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Yeah. I won't say too much more, but
Yeah, don't say anything.
I did like it. It was very good. Well done. I liked learning more about Val. That's for sure. Wish him nothing but the best.
Yeah, Val
What
Kilmer's
else?
cool.
Oh, also watch The Vault. See 2V movies. Beth is so mad at me. Because we have V coming up here pretty soon.
Yeah.
So, yeah. She's like, stop watching V movies. All right, I'm done. So, but anyway, The Vault was actually really well done. Like, it was... at first, the guy that's in the TV show, he plays an autistic doctor.
House?
The Good Doctor.
Oh.
There we go. Yeah, that gentleman, he's in it, and I was like, I want to watch this because one, he's in it. I've watched The Good Doctor up until this recent season, and I just want to see his acting and how it changes, and see if it's different than his TV show. And he has a British accent, and I think that's the real accent. I think the TV show he does it's a fake American accent. Why is it so easy for them to do American accents?
Yeah, Brits do a much better job at faking American accents than American actors do at faking Brit accents.
Right? It's
insane.
so weird.
Yeah, it's insane.
So weird. I don't get it. But anyhow, so it was his true acting voice. There were some parts that I saw his facial expression didn't change a lot. But this film was really good. Like the whole concept of a bank heist, robbing a bank that was with a vault that was created by some engineering genius before electronics. So it was really good. It was like a treasure hunting film too. It was like National Treasure. Honestly, more than a bank heist film. So definitely well done. I liked it. It was I guess it seemed a little long because I like at an hour in I had to stop. The dog had to go to the bathroom and we had to get food and all that stuff. But then the second half went. I mean, I looked and I was like, oh my gosh, there's another hour left. But it went like that. Like it was done in a snap. So it was well done. I enjoyed it. I really recommend The Vault. It's on Netflix.
The Vault.
I think it's on Netflix. But yeah, check it out. Really, really good. See, my zen this weekend was watching movies. That's all we did. We watched stuff.
We covered from your week.
Yeah, F9, Fast and Furious 9. Watch that.
Okay.
That was good. I mean, it was everything that you want from a Fast 9 film. You know, the crazy, like, outlandish stunts going, how the heck did they do that? I mean, I think even the trailer, it shows them, like, a car swinging on a cliff like a Spider-Man would. I'm like, really? I mean, no. That's unbelievable. Absolutely not believable. Yeah. But I mean, it was good. I paid $20. It was worth it. I enjoyed it.
Excellent.
Yeah. I didn't get the popcorn, darn it, but it was still good. One that's on Apple TV Plus, and also in the movie theaters. Go see it. It is Coda. Child of a Deaf Adult. There's a lot of sign language. It is in sign. Sometimes there's what would you call it? What do you call it? An Easter egg where something's signed but not captioned. It's really, really good. I mean, I've seen deaf films or films with a lot of deaf people in them, and they just they don't have that screen quality. This does. This is it has the quality. It has the heart-wrenching, really cool stuff. It shows, I think it shows deaf culture through a hearing person's eyes. I think it's so much better. So much better. Well done. I totally recommend it. It's on Apple TV Plus. And you can get Apple TV Plus on your Roku. You can get it on your other streaming devices. You don't have to have an Apple device to have Apple TV Plus. So, and they like playing the game, so play the game with them. Like if it's 2 free weeks to sign up, sign up.
Get your 2 weeks and then bail out.
And bail out, exactly. I mean, the big business, they can afford that stuff. So they're getting their money from me, so you know what I mean. So, but totally recommend it. I give Coda a 10.
Wow.
It has a lot of stuff in it, including humor. I mean, it doesn't have the third wall breaking and all that stuff, but it was good. It was really good. So definitely well done.
Crackhead Blue asks, did Penny like it as an actual Coda?
Oh gosh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, she was in tears. She loved it. And the biggest thing was that the person that played Dakota wasn't actually a Coda. It was an actor who could sing. And so there's some singing in it. But I mean, not in a musical sort of sense, Joe. So you would be
No.
fine.
I saw the trailer in front of Annette.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Excellent. But
she wants to pursue singing as a career.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but it was, I mean, you could tell, those of us who are not novice, who very very good at this stuff know she was not a coda. You could tell in her signing.
Okay.
But her expression and her acting really did a great job, and those people that don't know are not gonna know.
That's good then.
Yeah, it was well done, very well done. And yeah, like I said, Penny loved it. She was sobbing because she could relate to a lot of those things, and she would laugh too. Like, there were some things that happened, she just laughed. Like, I mean, I wish I don't want to give away too much, but there's this scene where Dad pulls up and there's the music is super loud and he's playing rap music or whatever. He's like, oh, I like how it vibrates my butt. But it's loud, and he's picking her up from school, and she looks like an outcast already. So it was like, didn't work out so well. So, just laughed and laughed about that. And then also knowing some of the codas, they were like, oh yeah, my dad would do that, except for he didn't have music playing. It was just static. So,
Hey, whatever works.
right, exactly. So, you know, it was neat. It was fun to see my wife watch this film as well, just to see how she relates to some of the things, and she could relate to a lot of them.
That's good.
I mean,
So they did a good job.
They did a fantastic job. Yeah, check it out, Coda, on the screen or on Apple TV Plus. So, and that's it. That's all I've got.
That's it.
So, that's it. What else? Free Guy came out this weekend, and I mean, that's kind of news in itself, right? Like, Free Guy is the first Disney film that was released that did not go to Disney Plus. So, and according to our box office numbers, it did hit number 1 at $28 million.
Wow.
And yeah, and it's not going to Disney Plus for like 45 days, so it's going to hang out in the theaters. So I think this is a good test to see where we're at in pandemic wise, and if people are going to go keep seeing it, right? For like the 45 days, you can only see it in the theaters. So, which I mean, I've been looking forward to that film for so long. I'm just like, do I go or do I not go? But the numbers here are so bad in Las Vegas. I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
I am risking my life just going to work. So
Yeah, play it safe, man.
yeah, I'm just gonna do that pretty much. Number 2 in box office was Don't Breathe 2, which was 10 million bucks. Jungle Cruise is number 3 at $9 million. Nice job, Jungle Cruise. So far, they're grossed at about 82 million. That's a lot.
Nice.
Yeah, that is nice. Number 4 in box office is Respect. I really want to see that one too. I think that one we could purchase online. I think we can watch that there. Check out your Amazon Prime service. I bet it's there. But that's all $8 million. Not bad. That's respectable. I think it could be more. And just the music alone is probably going to be great for that film. And number 5 is Suicide Squad. Oh, that's another movie I watched this weekend.
Okay. How was that?
It was great. It was actually really good. I mean, other than like the explodey stuff and like they could have done without a lot of the blood. There's some gross
taste,
stuff. Yeah, and not my taste, but it was still pretty funny. There were a lot of funny things that happened, and sadly, like some of the stuff that I wanted to laugh at, and I probably did laugh at, some of the gross stuff too. So, but yeah, that was definitely a good one. Yeah, and it's on that came out on HBO, so so simultaneous HBO and in the movie theaters. And that was it came out last weekend, so we watched it last weekend. So I did watch one movie last weekend, or whatever the weekend before that. So yeah, so this weekend it made $7 million prior to that, I mean, it grossed 42 million so far. But
Wow.
it dropped quick. Look at that. It went from 1 to 5 in
Did
one
you like
weekend.
it better than the first one?
I don't know. That's a good question. Like, I guess I don't remember the first one well enough.
Because the first one was pretty bad.
Yeah, I would have to guess that it was better than the first one.
Okay.
I would guess that. Like,
I'd hope so.
yeah, because the first one, you're right. It wasn't great. Like, it was definitely more of an introduction to the characters more than an actual storyline. Versus this one actually had some storyline to it and stuff that needed to happen. So yeah, I mean, I liked it. I recommend it, and I'm not really into that, really grossy kind of grossy. That's a new word. So yeah, I'm not into all that. Yeah, yuck. Yeah,
Alright.
you get it. You know what I'm trying to say.
I think so.
Yeah. So, coming out soon, going to the movie theaters. Paw Patrol? I didn't even think they were making a movie about that. That's coming out this weekend.
Paw Patrol, alright.
Paw Patrol. I know Crackhead Blue as a student is probably going to love to see that movie. Let's see, what else? Annette? Coming out in 2 days?
Annette was good. I mean, it's, again, not my style of movie, but it was, all the acting was great. Like, everything was great.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. And I think that's, I don't see anything like major coming out, other than Paw Patrol. Annette, it says it has 2 days left before it comes out, so you got an early screening of it?
I don't know. Crackhead Blue took care of the tickets, so possibly. I guess we did get an early screening.
Okay, that's cool. Well, there you go.
Oh, we went opening night, so.
Oh, all right. Then whatever I'm looking at needs
Yeah,
to
you
just
might be
go
looking at
away.
old information, maybe?
Yeah, August 20th is what it's supposed to come out according to this, but all right. Well, never mind then.
Okay.
I got that wrong. And Demonic, I'm sure I'm not going to go see that film.
Wait, what? You're not going to go see Demonic? That sounds like something
Yeah.
you would love.
Yeah, yeah, just thinking about that. Reminiscence, that's another film that's coming out. The Night House, that actually looks really scary. And Flag Day. So, not much coming out this weekend. I think they're saving the good stuff for later. Like, in 11 days, they're re-releasing Stripes.
Oh, really?
Probably because it's some anniversary, I'm guessing. I don't know what anniversary it is.
Interesting.
But, yeah. But, Internet Movie Databath isn't here to tell us what
Right.
it is, right? So, all right. The film that we watched, Timestalkers, we have, let's see, there were quite a few, what was it, actors that
Yeah,
we
I
could use
think
from that.
we should go with John Ratzenberger. But we might have already done him, huh?
No, we have not.
Okay.
No, we have not. That's actually a great idea.
All right.
So, yeah. So, John Ratzenberger. Yeah, that was really neat to see him in that role, too, by the way. That actually made the film pretty worth it as well. So, very good. John Ratzenberger. Okay. Let's see, what else? It's,
Just Pixar movies is what Crackhead
Yeah.
says.
Uh-oh, my computer's battery's low. Hold on, I gotta plug that baby in. Crash. I can't believe I just did this whole show on a computer that wasn't plugged in.
It's going to be okay.
It's gonna be just fine. And blink. Okay. All right. So, if you have a John Ratzenberger film, Did I say that right? Yes.
John Ratzenberger, yeah.
Ratzenberger. That's right. Film that you really liked, let us know. 512 Podcast, or shout out at tfwmovies.com, or tfwmovies, or at tfwmovies on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. Let's see. Plug something. Big Checho's Standard Tattoo Parlor. Yeah. Our world famous art man who does tattoo on people's bodies. I guess that's redundant, isn't it? So anyway,
Yeah, it's a little redundant.
yeah.
right.
He's
That's right.
he's booking for. I think they're still booking for January. I'm not exactly sure. We're trying to set up a time to go see them and the new baby, probably around Halloween time.
Okay.
I think I might actually have a day off, so that'll be nice. But yeah, so yeah, check them out. Standard Tattoo Parlor. You'll find him on Instagram, the Standard Tattoo Parlor, or just look up Big Checho. Like that's another way to find him. A lot of great stuff. He still does the shirts, so if you need shirts done, they'll do that and all that fun stuff. So, wrote a book called The Nerd-in-Law. In fact, they're about to release on the Coda Connection an article about the book, which is kind of cool.
Nice.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, that's
Let's see. Joey Flair, the gal you get to hear sing "Thanks for Watching," which gets stuck in my head every week. Has an album. It's at Joey Flair. That's JoeyFlare.bandcamp.com. What else do we got, Joe?
Oh, I will plug my Twitch channel. I didn't stream at all last week just because of work being pretty crazy.
Oh, gosh.
But it looks like we're back to it. We'll be streaming by the time you hear this tomorrow. We stream Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, usually around 6:30. You can find me at twitch.tv/apostle_OFC.
We're gonna put a thing on our what is it, our social medias. We have a like a GoFundMe thing for a single dad who's needing a little bit of help. So we'll have that out there. It'll be on our social medias real soon. Check it out. It's our one and only James who needs a little bit of help. So we'll you'll check it out on the GoFundMe page. I'll put it out there for y'all.
All right.
So, all right. So plug something. All right. Well, hey, y'all. You've been listening to Thanks for Watching. So we have our thank yous. This is the part where I want to thank you, the Patreon listeners. That's right. Lucas, Abby, Tyler, Teacher J.M. Strauss, Sean, Blue, Wendy, James, yeah, our latest. Also, we want to thank Big Checho. What a wonderful job he's done on our logo. Thank you, Joey Flair, for our opening of the show. I know she's working on more. Special thanks to the cast, Teacher McKee, Beth Labine, wish you were here, Joe Ray, thank you so much for being on the show today.
No problem.
Much appreciated. Crackhead Blue, thank you for taking care of Joe Ray, because, without you, would we even have him, right? Exactly. Dorothy, thank you for taking care of Beth. Keep her going. I know she's doing some horsing around and all that stuff right now, so... Always and forever, I will thank Penny McGee. Yes, she keeps me going, that's for sure. And she had to put up with me all last week and over the weekend going through my brain, my head stuff, whatever. So, thank you so much, and for letting me do this show. I know it's one of those things. And also, I really would like to thank you, the listener. Thank you for listening to the show. I appreciate you chiming in, even if it's just for this one time, or if you've been listening to us since the beginning. Much appreciated. Please do us a favor, hit subscribe on wherever you listen to us, if it's Stitcher or Pocket Cast or wherever it is. Give us a like, or at least a a subscribe. And Beth says it best. Be kind to each other. Wash your hands. And oh wait, I didn't even say it right.
To each
Be
other.
excellent to each other.
Do you want a moosing?
It was a red herring you couldn't see through.